Hey, what's going on everyone? ChessNerdBird here with another tactics video. Today is day 12 of the 100 Days of Chess Challenge. Welcome to this video. So I'm super excited because with today we have some new things that we're getting ready to launch on our live stream on Twitch. So if you're not following us on Twitch, make sure you go to twitch.tv/ChessNerdBird. The links are in the description below though, so you can go check out any live streams that we're doing. We're going to be rolling out some new things, some new maybe a new look, maybe some new content. I'm not really sure. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But super excited about all the new changes coming our way. And today we're going to do tactics, so you guys know the drill. This is day 12, 30 minutes of tactics every single day for 100 days. Let's jump right into it. Let's start this timer and let's start some tactics and let's do this thing. Where's our first puzzle? I feel like there should be a checkmate here somewhere. I mean, immediately, like my first thoughts were like Queen G7 or Queen H8, but after King E7, I don't really have any checks that do anything. But this move that I'm looking at is rook takes H7, and the king's already stuck. So all we need to do is play rook H8, and I don't see a way for black to be able to stop this. So that's what we're gonna do. Nice, and we are doing rated. We're starting out rated today, so I made sure to check those settings this time around. For those curious. This move, immediately I feel like there's a breakthrough here. I do see that the G6 pawn is pinned to the king. So I'm looking at even like sacrificial moves like rook takes H6, but after queen takes, I don't have too much there. And now I'm looking at moves like rook E5 to H5. Just planning on crashing through. Black does have like rook B1 check, so we do have that in between move just to keep an eye out on as we're analyzing this. But like rook takes and queen takes H6. I'm not sure what the follow-up is, because I'd want to play maybe rook H5, but after queen takes rook, then there's not really anything there for white. So this one's a little trickier than some of the other things I've looked at before. I really just feel like moving the rook over to H5 right away is the right way to go, but I could be wrong about that. Because as soon as that rook moves over to H5, black does have even E5, and then that opens up the 6th rank for those rooks to bear down on my pawn. I'm looking. Like I'm still looking at rook e5 to h5. I'm not really calculating anything, so this is definitely a weak point. Is when I want to just play a move because I feel like it's right. Is I don't really calculate accurately, and I need to force myself into these puzzles here, so I focus and I calculate. With a tournament coming up in December, that's not much time. It sounds like a lot of time, but it is not a lot of time for me to get this discipline of calculating the puzzle, calculating the moves. Like rook takes h6, just not, I don't even think that works right away. Even after king takes, like queen h4 check. Well, queen h4 check would be checkmate, right? Okay. So yeah, rook takes, queen takes. And I simply just don't feel like that is any good. And the other checking move is queen takes g6. But queen takes g6, and what do I have there? I have nothing, right? I mean, just pawn takes g6, and I was giving up a queen for a pawn and no attack. Like nothing at all in that position there. So I'm feeling like this rook coming over threatens the pawn, threatens check, queen takes, rook takes, king takes, and then we do have queen h4, and that is checkmate. So that is what we are threatening. He plays a check. We did say we had to watch out for that in between move, but there's nothing there. So awesome. So my instincts again were correct with this idea of taking on h6, but I needed to play rook there first. And once I actually calculated that after rook takes, queen takes, rook takes, king takes, and once I actually calculated that out, then I saw that queen h4 was actually checkmate. But until I calculated that, I did not, like I assumed rook h5 here. Rook e5 to h5 was correct, but it wasn't, like I wasn't 100% sure on it. And those are things I have to fix if I want to get better. Immediately I'm looking at rook takes f7, because if king takes and queen h7 will win the queen. I just have to check and make sure I won't get checkmated. Luckily this rook is on a1. If this rook was on a1, rook takes, king takes, queen, and then queen takes here would actually lead to checkmate. So luckily the rook on a1 stops checkmate ideas because of the king. The knight keeps our king from moving up. So I can actually take on f7, play queen, check here, and then that is skewering the rook, the king for the rook. Okay, king and pawn endgame. This is actually all about opposition. So to be able to actually infiltrate, maybe a lot of people will play king d3, but after king d5, white can make progress, yes, with like a5 and then force the king to go run after the pawn, but it still takes a while, and then you might still end up in a drawn position. Like that might be a little bit too much to calculate. But after a move like king e3 is taking the diagonal, it's like outflanking the opponent's king. Because now if the king were to move to d5 now we play king d3, now we have the opposition, which means we're an odd number of squares are in between each king, and it's our opponent's turn to move, so we have the opposition as white. And so the king moves back, and now we can come to e5, e4, and we're slowly but surely going to enter our way into this position to where we can take this pawn and then even escort our a pawn down the board. If we play a5 right away after king b5, we could play king d3, king takes a5, or king a6. I mean, yeah, there's just no forcing moves there, but this just looks like we're winning here. And yeah, I mean, we just simply step over, and again, now we outflank once again. Yeah, and now we inch closer to the pawn. The king can no longer come back to guard his pawn, and that is going to be game over. Okay, this looks very, very tactical. The bishop is pinned to the queen is potentially pinned to the king. Lots of neat little pins going on here. Pins and needles. If I play pawn takes bishop, there is this in-between check, which is the only thing that kind of makes me nervous about the pawn takes right away. Yeah, because I want to play like king h6, h6, after pawn takes, rook takes. Like, I guess I'm actually okay there, but it does feel awkward. Whereas if I play bishop takes, h3, queen takes h3, pawn takes g5. Okay, I go up a piece, but it doesn't feel as good. Yeah, and I don't think it is as good, because after bishop takes h3, queen takes h3, pawn takes g6, or I'm sorry, g5, rook f7, and if I play a move like rook g7 to block that check, then white captures on g5 with check. Alright, yeah, and then like after a move like king g8, yeah, move like king g8, and then h6 is even a possibility here, I think, maybe? Yeah, h6. And the rook can't take because of queen h7 checkmate. So I feel like taking on h3 is a mistake first. I think I need to take back. I think I need to take on g5 first, and then if rook f7, and this is where it gets tricky. Do I go king h6 or king h8? I think I need to go rook or king h8. I don't know, that feels sneakily like I'm getting myself into trouble. Yeah, I feel like I'm in slight trouble here, but I think taking on g5 is the correct answer. Of course, there is the possibility of queen d2 first. Queen d2, because if bishop takes d2, we have rook takes. I do have rook takes, but oh wait, bishop takes d2? I do have rook takes g3, check. If the king simply moves over, we take with check. Right, and then I don't have to worry about a rook coming down to f7. Like, that's a possibility, right? Queen to d2. If bishop takes to d7. I guess the only thing is bishop takes d7 and there's not I don't really have anything. There's pawn takes here, rook f7. If I go king h8, rook takes, pawn takes. Yeah, like I pin the queen. So yeah, so I do need to go king. I do need to go king h8 because if he simply takes my bishop, then when I take the pawn here, I need my king guarding my rook. Otherwise, the pin is useless. The pin would be very, very useless. So we just go king h8. Yeah, rook takes there, and we'll take the pawn. Perfect. So again, just another example there of why we needed to take our time and fully analyze that, because we were about to not do well on that puzzle there. What is a move here? What does a move? I have knight e5 that attacks the queen and the bishop, and thus attacking the bishop twice, but also attacking the queen. That looks very forcing. Does white happen to have anything? I think the only move that white would have is knight. It would be knight b5. Knight b5 would be a move here. That would be a little bit of a tricky move there. Knight b5, attacking my queen, counter attacking my queen. The thing is, I do have queen takes. I would have queen takes b5. And after queen takes b5, knight takes b5, then knight c7 check though. And here and there lies the problem, is the rook on a8 because of the fork. So this is where we've got to think for just a tad bit longer here. Knight d5, I want that to work, but after knight b5, do I just take the queen with check and then simply move my queen away, right? Oh, in fact, it doesn't even play the move I was thinking about. But I think now I just take the bishop. Okay, yeah, I thought knight b5 was a little trickier there, but maybe it just wasn't. Maybe it was not trickier. Okay, is this queen trapped if I can attack the queen? Okay, I don't think so. I do have rook takes e7, bishop takes e7, and then I do have knight takes c6. So I'm threatening checkmate right away. But the problem is this check here does not look very pleasant. It doesn't look pleasant. Although it's not really hurting me per se. I wonder if I just take it right away, like knight takes here on c6. Because if queen checks, right, I just simply pull back from bishop c1. And I'm attacking this knight several different ways here. Of course, the other option is I could play bishop d2, but this is a if queen takes d4, then I could play knight takes. Then I could play knight takes. Yeah, and bishop d2, queen a1, bishop c1, queen takes. Okay, that's where we start to run into problems. So maybe knight takes right away. Knight takes right away, because even if knight takes, I do have bishop g5 check. Yeah, double check there. So something blocks, rook takes, bishop takes. Yeah, okay, and then we should be fine there. And then knight takes here also. Even with this check, I get bishop c1, and it also, when my knight also is guarding d4. So I like knight takes c6. I'm liking knight takes c6. Knight takes c6, knight takes c6, bishop g5 check. And I'm thinking that's all she wrote for that one. Because after the knight blocks, rook takes, bishop takes, queen takes is obviously checkmate. Or if rook takes, check, and the king moves, then we even have the double check, this rook down. Or actually just move it back over, right? Yeah, just move it over with check. Yeah, that would work. I think knight takes c6 is the right way to go. Nice. I wish it would have it play out a couple moves there, just so everyone can see the beauty of that move. But okay, we're not. I guess we're not here for the beauty of all things of chess. So. What to move here, what to move here, what to move here. Do I have to stay guarding my knights? Or could I even play a move like queen? Could I play a move like queen f5? I'm threatening e7. I'm threatening the rook. I keep my knight guarded. There's so many positives to this move. There's so many positives, right? Okay, even if king g7, I've got knight g5 check. And if the king goes back, I take the pawn with check. The king happens to move over, and okay. I mean, my queen is still under attack here, but I can then take the rook. Like, yeah, like there's so many. Queen f4 just looks so right. Okay, yeah. Do we? I mean, we just push. We just push. It just makes sense. Yeah, like we win a piece out of this. Rook takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, queen here, check, king over, knight. Maybe not knight check, but yeah, I mean just too many things going on. Oh yeah, knight check, bishop takes, rook down, checkmate. Okay. Okay, so many things going on in this position. It looks like. Okay, it looks like I could just take this rook. I can play rook, queen takes rook, check. After pawn takes, we have we do have rook h8. After king steps up, after our king steps up, we can take the bishop. Like there's so many, yeah, like there's so many things there. Or I could play rook takes right away. I mean, I don't think that works. I'm pinned. My queen is pinned to the king. I feel like I'm pretty much forced to sack here, and then pawn takes. Just makes the most sense. Because otherwise, if I play rook takes and then h7. And then rook takes my queen, that's with check. If I step up, I mean I have queen coming in with checks from all angles there. So we have to take here. Like we have to do that. And now I mean this has to be the move here. Oh, I think here I play rook h7 check. That's gonna, if the king goes back, that cannot be good for him. That cannot be good for the opponent because of if he goes back to g8. Yeah, if he goes back to g8. Alright, hold on. I feel like there is a checkmate here. Like I want to play rook. I want to play rook h7 check. My opponent does have bishop g7, but rook takes g7. We end up in the same position here. And then after king e6, I have rook e8, checkmate. Yeah. Oh no, I don't. The queen goes back. Never mind. That does not work. Aha, so what about this? What about this? Rook a7, if king e6, I have rook b6. Yes. Okay, but of course he goes back to g8. Is this about keeping the draw, or do I just play rook g7, rook g7 check, king h8, rook takes, rook check. If the rook takes here, yeah, this is my only dilemma, is do I simply take the draw? No, I don't take the draw. I play rook g7 check. If king h8, then we go rook f7. That's with check. If the king does come back to g8, we take on f8 with this rook, and that's checkmate. And after rook d7 check, king h8, rook f7, if rook takes the bishop, then we still take with this rook, and that is still checkmate. Okay. Yep, and now we do a checkmate, and that is 30 minutes of chess today. All right, 100% accuracy. We are back in our zone, focused and in the zone. Gained 38 total rating points today. Solving some pretty tough puzzles that we just need to take our time on and get right, and we did that. So thanks so much for watching. Again, if you want to know more about the 100 Days of Chess Challenge, you want to join, make sure you check the link to the blog post in that description below. If you like these videos, if you want to see something different, leave those comments down below as well. Click the like button, click that subscribe button, and go also follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/ChessNerdBird. That's also in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'll see you on day 13 of this 100 Days of Chess Challenge. Thanks so much. Peace.